everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is going to be like the last video. I'm going to play a video, talk a bit, play a video, talk a bit, and so on and so forth. Okay. But before we get into that, I just want you ladies to be aware that memberships are up on this channel. Okay. So if you want to support me, you hit the join button. If you click on the channel page next to the community, I think there's membership there. It may look different on yours than it is mine. My computer is broken. I'm expecting a new one, so I don't know exactly what it looks like on computer. But when my computer is delivered, I'm going to give you like a screenshot of what it's supposed to look like, okay? And oh, don't feel like you need to do it, okay? You watching the video is enough. You sharing the video is enough. You leaving a comment is enough. But if you feel like you want to do something a bit more to support this channel and myself, yeah, that is for you to do that. Or you can do a one-off like with the super chat if you want. All right. Thank you in advance. Let's get into the first video.
Have y'all heard of the chick that unalived her boyfriend because he gave her HIV? He was always very sickly, and he told her that he had sickle cells. She even questioned the meds. There were times he would get so sick that he would ask her to take him to the hospital, but he would never allow her to come in or go to his doctor's appointments, but she respected his boundaries, his privacy or whatever. And then one day they're all at a cookout, his family's cookout, and then a cousin drinking, and a drunk mind speaks a sober heart. He was just like, I really appreciate you being there for my cousin. Cause the last girl, once she found out about his sickness, she ran off. We never seen her again. But the fact that, you holding him down, that shows a lot about you. And she's like, I know, sickle cells is no joke. Sometimes I feel so bad because I can't take away his pain. And the cousin drunkenly is like, sickle cells? Who got sickle cells? And she was like, your cousin. He's like, damn, he got sickle cells too? So she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, nah, he got HIV, snitching. So once he realized, oh shit, she didn't know, she confronted her man at the cookout, cussing his ass out, fighting him. The mother intervened. The mother was like, oh, you don't put your hand on my son, coddling her son. She got mad and went in the car, got her pew-pew, and shot him and his mama. Mama fighting for her life. He's dead.
I was going to add this to the Fafo series, but then again, I was feeling like I'm being insensitive if I do that, okay? Because people ended up losing their lives. But then again, in the comment section, a lot of people were like, this is self-defense, and I believe it is. Because he lied. He lied to this woman, just stringed her along when he knew he had HIV. He lied about having sickle cell, right? That everybody in your family knew your situation, but you chose to keep it away from me, lied to me, had me taking you to your appointment, and maybe giving me HIV. And then your mom just pops up and starts to defend you all in the moment. Everything happens so quickly. But I get it. All right? I get it. Because this, I believe, is a crime. You shouldn't be doing that. Okay? You need to let people choose if they want to be with you. So, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Next video.
All right, say you're 21 years old. You're 7 months pregnant by your high school sweetheart that you've been together with since you were in 10th grade. He's 2 years older than you. So you're 21 and 23 years old. Within 3 months of your pregnancy, he just says he doesn't want the baby. When this baby was planned, y'all agreed to have this baby. Y'all made this baby. Y'all lived together, everything. So you're telling him no, I'm already 3 months. I didn't heard the baby heartbeat, this, that, and the third. I'm attached to my baby. I'm keeping my baby. So he's like, okay, you keeping your baby? I will leave. He left you the apartment, right? Fast forward 4 months. Now you're 7 months pregnant. Your baby daddy randomly just shows up at the apartment. You get home from work one day and he in the kitchen making some food. You're not thinking nothing of it, but you ask him where you been, blah, blah, blah. You really don't even care where he been because it's just you happy to finally see your baby father and your first love. So the day goes on, y'all all fine and dandy. Everything's smooth. You cook dinner, y'all watch TV together, y'all end up falling asleep. You wake up in the middle of the night to go pee. You see his phone sitting on the nightstand next to you. So what do? You grab it. You grab his phone thinking like, okay, I'm gonna hurry up, go through it, put it back. So you change your case on his, so you put your case on his phone and put his case on your phone and plug it back in so he would think that his phone is still right there if he was to wake up. You go into the bathroom and you pee and you lock the door, you turn on the water, and you start going through his phone. You put in the code to his birthday and you start going through the phone. So you're going through the phone, you see messages from girls, you're not really worried about it. Like, you don't, like, it's not really nothing too serious. Like, they just talk and chat, and you get what I'm saying? It's nothing that's like sexual in nature. So you start screenshotting all the messages, sending them to yourself, and then deleting the messages. Then you come up on a group chat that says bang bros until you go back 5 months prior. You start seeing my shit came back positive. So you like, what came back positive? Everybody else, mine's not positive, mine's not positive. Two of the other boys in there say mine's is positive. So you read up a little more. You find out that your baby daddy and his 4 homeboys that you've been knowing since you were in 10th grade has been sleeping amongst each other, and they have HIV. And that is the reason why your baby daddy does not want your baby anymore. So you start throwing up all over the bathroom, screaming, crying. The baby daddy busts in the bathroom, says, what's going on? What's the problem? What's wrong? Are you okay? He looks and he sees his phone in your hand, and he breaks your fucking jaw. So you pass out and you wake up a few hours later or a little bit later. Your baby daddy is nowhere to be found, and your house is completely trashed. All your baby stuff is cut up. Everything is trashed. It's bad. And now you're almost 8 months pregnant, worried about if you have HIV, worried about if your baby has HIV, and you really have nobody to go to because this man that moved you away from your family messed up all the ties you have with your family. That's the case of my old classmate Armani. She wanted me to get on here and shed some light on her story and some awareness. If you are a male who is in that type of stuff, you need to let it be known. You don't just be out here sleeping with anybody and then turn around and go sleep with your girlfriend. You don't, I really don't like down low men. And I wouldn't say I don't like gay men because I love them. I do not like down low men. And I honestly don't like gay men who mess with down low men because it's like, you get what I'm saying? But everybody send prayers out to Armani, and I'll probably try to get you guys an update in a few months or a few weeks or whatever.
7 months pregnant. You isolate her from her family and her friends. That alone is a red flag. You knew all along what you were doing. So why do you string women along? Isolate them from their support system. If she didn't go through that phone, she wouldn't have known. You know, men scare me. Okay? I am afraid of them. I'm terrified of them because I don't know what is going on in their head most of the time. These days, I look the other way. You can be looking at me like this, I'll be looking there. I don't want you to even feel like, don't come near me, don't talk to me, don't breathe my way. No. Because the betrayal I've already experienced with men, they lie. Even when you catch them, they'll still be lying. They'll still be denying. And in her case, her jaw was broken. And not only was her jaw broken, she might have HIV. But I don't know, I think before pregnancy or when you find out you're pregnant, they do run tests on you, right? But to be honest, I hope she doesn't have it. I pray she doesn't have it. And the rest of them, I pray they don't have it. But ladies, be very careful. Be very careful in this day and age. Next story.
Put a finger down if you moved in with a guy after dating him for a few months and then finding out after you had quit your job and moved in with him in a whole new state where you knew no one that he liked to dress up and wear wigs and have intercourse with black men. Yes, so I moved in with him. There were no red flags. Long story short, I was dating a guy after I had just moved to a different state by myself. Everything was going fine, and then he let me know that I should move in with him to control me. No, I'm just kidding. Because everything was going so great, and I was like, sure. And shortly after, I think it was maybe like 2 months after I had moved in with him, I'm not 100% sure. We sit down and we're talking about it, and then he lets me know that he had a F word where he liked to have intercourse with men and dress up and wear dresses and lingerie and stuff like that. And it was a shock to me, and I was kind of thrown off, and he's like, well, you seemed really understanding, and so I thought, like, it would be okay if I told you this. And I said, honey, I'm understanding, but I'm not that understanding, babe. And I didn't say that, but I thought that. And then one thing led to another. I saw some things, a lot of things that I should not have seen ever. that still haunt me till this day. And yeah, that's kind of the story of what happened and how God delivered me out of that situation, because he's amazing. Literally, the amount of DMs that I got from women saying that they experienced the same thing is kind of scary. It's crazy. And I just don't understand why or like how that happened. I could understand if like tell someone from the jump, hey babe, like this is what I'm into. Sometimes I like to do X, Y, and Z. Are you okay with that? And then it's up to that person to say yes or no. You don't make someone move in with you and then tell them these wicked things that you're into. Anyway, it took a lot of healing to get to where I am and to even be able to share my story. I wish him well. No hard feelings. In the beginning, there were a lot, but a really good secret that I have is I use this Laura Mercier pressed powder and translucent after I get all my creases out, and I set my eye with this. It's really bright and it gives me a nice bright under eye. On top of that, I'm going to use Morphe and Banana Rich loose powder. Then this powder in Milk Chocolate Radiance. Now, what have I learned from that situation? Probably don't really move in with men. Well, there are some good men still left in this world who would love to just take care of you, but as long as it's not like a manipulative man. The therapy that I had to do for that was crazy. Yeah, all in all, I kind of just want to move on. And I'm praying for anyone who's in that situation to get out. You will. Just focus on that light, baby. You deserve so much more. Bye.
First, I'm so proud of her and her bravery for coming on here and sharing her story. Because the thing is, like the first two stories, people are telling other people's stories, okay? But she was brave enough to put her face on there and tell us exactly what happened. Because when you hear it from other people, you may believe that it's a made-up story. But these things are happening a lot. And so I'm glad that she came out and we heard it from her, not from somebody else, not from a Reddit story or anything like that, but from her directly. Be very, very careful of these type of men who come across as these caring, providing type of men who will take care of everything for you and so on and so forth. Most of them just want a woman to be there, so they can say they have a woman for their friends and family, so they can live, like they want to live a double life, if it makes sense, okay? That's what they want. Somebody was saying it's called, is it a beard or a bread? I don't know what it's called. I've forgotten the word. But that's what they are looking for. Like she said, he thought she was going to understand. No. You have to lay it from the beginning that this is the kind of person I am and I'm looking for someone. So if she wants to do that, because I recently heard about lavender marriages or lavender relationships, so that you guys can go that way and you can do what you want to do and she can do what she wants to do. But don't come here lying, pretending to be somebody that you're not. And that also reminds me of that Nick Cannon interview when he said that he can be anything that you want. He can be a chameleon. He can fly you out, treat you, and then the real him will show up later. So be very, very careful to those of you who are dating, those of you who are looking for these quote and unquote provider men to spoil you. Most of these guys, next.
Let me explain. The husband and the wife met 6 years ago. The husband worked at Popeye's Chicken. He was a manager, and the wife was a school teacher. Before they got married, a couple times a week, when the wife didn't feel like cooking, she would stop at Popeye's Chicken. Every time she stopped at Popeye's Chicken, the manager, her soon-to-be husband, will always take his shot. He will always offer her free chicken. He will always call her beautiful and ask could he take her out on a date. The wife will always laugh and say she's not in the market for a man, but when she's ready, she'll let him know. So one Friday evening when the teacher got out of school, she went to Popeye's Chicken and the manager tried to take his shot like he normally do. The manager got the surprise of a lifetime. The teacher said she didn't want no chicken. She wants some real food, and they end up going out that night. They end up going out to eat and going to the movies. The teacher really liked this man. He had a very good character. They started talking on the phone all the time, went on many more dates. They end up getting married 8 months later, and the rest is history. When they got married and moved in together, the wife noticed the husband had a lot of health issues, like diabetes, high blood pressure, and many other health issues. He was taking a lot of medication. Before they got married, the husband would eat Popeye's chicken every night because he can eat chicken for free, and that took a toll on his health. His health was so bad, it was painful for him to go to work. His blood circulation was terrible. So they went to the doctor together, and the doctor told him, "You're going to die if you don't change your eating habits." When the doctor told the wife and the husband that, the wife cooked for the husband 5 to 6 days a week. She would make him salads, baked food, everything that's healthy, vegetables, water. In 3 years' time, this man lost 200 pounds. But everything changed in their marriage when the wife traveled. The wife would travel sometime on spring break or whenever she get a break from school. The husband would stay and work at Popeye's Chicken. He couldn't get that much time off. When the wife got a break from school, she traveled to California to spend a week with her parents. 3 days of her being in California, the husband called her. He was very sick in the hospital. The wife flew right back to see what was going on with the husband. When she found out what was going on, she had the shock of her life. The husband was sick in the hospital because he had HIV. He was cheating on the wife anytime she would travel. The wife was devastated. She was speechless. The wife was scared to get tested, but she did it anyways. And the wife was positive. The wife cried to the husband and asked him why. He said he was stupid and he made a dumb decision, and he apologized. The wife asked the husband, "Who was you cheating on me with?" He said, "Strippers from the strip club." When she traveled, he would go to the strip club and he would leave with women sometime. She divorced her husband of 5 years, and now both of them have HIV.
This reminds me of the story of the person who found the snake that was bleeding and decided to bring it home and nurse it and nourish it until it was healed. And the snake decided to bite them. And then he was like, "Why did you bite me?" And then he was like, "I'm sorry, I'm just a snake." Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. This whole, he's not very good looking, but, I'm going to give him a chance because he's going to be all mine. You're lying to yourself. This whole, he doesn't have money, so he's going to treat me better than the men who have money. You're lying to yourself. This whole, he's not good in bed. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to teach him. You're lying to yourself. This whole, because he's, overweight, nobody wants him. You're lying to yourself. This whole, I'm going to help him so we can grow together. You are lying to yourself. You will do that, but they don't. They don't. They say we should say some, but sometimes I just can't say some. They don't. Okay? They are going to betray you worse than that snake. Okay? After all the work that you've put in there, he ended up giving her HIV. Can you imagine? At this point, me, I'm done with men. I am done, because the things that I've learned, like the moment someone says hi to me, I'm like, I'm scanning them. Like, I'm not doing that. It's scary. It's like life-threatening. This is too scary, all right? And too dangerous to want to be dating, if you know what I mean. Yeah, all I'm praying for in this day and age is for more money to help a lot of women to get out of toxic relationships. Something that is there that helps women financially, right? Those women who are trapped with men, with babies, who are going through abuse, who are being neglected, who want to leave, but they have nowhere to go, no support system, nothing. Okay, because I know what it is like to be in situations like this, but it's all in the hands of the gods. Yeah, in all seriousness, do vet these men, get them tested periodically, okay? Especially when you start dating. Make sure you've tested them before you start having intercourse, and follow up every 6 months to a year, okay? Test them. Even when you get married to them, get them tested. You get tested and get them tested as well, all right? Keep getting tested. I want to stay in relationships and marriages, okay? That's all I'm going to say, but leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.